Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a squat and deadlift day. Went ahead and showed all of my ramp ups here. Went up to a 451 on the safety bar. Didn't feel that heavy, although when I look at the footage, I'd like to get a little deeper. I need to keep working on that. A lot of these, when I pause them and look, I'm actually quite happy. This front view, they don't always look great, but then when I stop it, pause it, look at it, I'm actually, yeah, we're good. Again, working off the angle that I have here. But this went okay, and as I was ramping up on the deadlift a little bit, I felt really strong today, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to load up 635. When I plug all my stuff in, even on conservative, Wonder at max calculators, I should be strong enough to pull 650, possibly more. But I keep saying, look, I know my grip needs more work, and so today, I tested that, right? I tested that, and I ramped up a little. I did like 405, then 495. That 495, when I pulled it, I'm like, I can definitely pull well over 600 today. Shouldn't be an issue. I get over to the 635, and to be honest, the weight itself, the bar speed breaking it off the floor, it didn't feel a lot heavier than 500. Okay, when I went to pull it, the bar speed off the floor, I felt like there was 100% chance I was going to lock that without really grinding. That's how it felt. And then my grip just gave, and I could feel it once I got it past the knee. I felt the bar start to roll, which also means I'm not squeezing tight enough at that point. So grip strength, plus I have to learn to remember to use the grip strength that I do have. Okay, we have a lot to work with there, and it's what I've been saying. I know that my grip. So I have to do a lot of arm work. I'm having to focus on grip with all of it. All of my curls, all my bicep work are geared towards improving my grip. But even there, when I look at that at normal speed, it looks like I didn't lock it as much as I did, and you guys will see. I'll probably put it in the thumbnail. I actually got it pretty much to almost lock out. Like I didn't quite get the shoulders fully back, but it was real close. So it looked closer than the moving footage does because it was still moving pretty fast. But you'll see it in the thing. It's not quite a meat legal lockout, but it's internet lockout. The way all these guys claim, I deadlifted this way with straps or whatever, and they lock it where I did, which doesn't count. So when I say it was close, meaning it was 99% there. But even had I got it right to there and then lowered it under control without losing my grip, I probably would red light that as a judge. So just an FYI. Even if I'd held on to it. But it's because it just slipped out of my hands. I got it almost to lock out, the bar rolled, and just instant. And that's the issue we run into, with weights that big. What happens? When we miss fast. This is why this idea of spotting certain things, you better have a whole team. Like when you see one person try to spot a really big weight, like, dude, just use a rack. Don't have a human being try to spot you. I hate that on back squats. One person when it's 600 pounds on the bar. And I'm like, can you row 600 pounds? Because you're going to have to zercher that thing. What happens if he drops it backwards? My God, you're so screwed. Like, that's it. You're done with your training forever just because you spotted someone. Use a rack, guys. But I mean, I think that highlights a perfect example right there. When that gives, it's not like, oh, you see the bar rolling out of their hands, even though that's what happened. We're dealing with big weights. It happens real fast. Real fast. So what did I do for that today? I'm like, back to what I've been saying before. Every day needs to be grip day. When I used to do pulls and it wasn't an issue. Like I remember, what was it, a few years ago, I got up to 615. I did it on a stiff bar and I held it at the top and talked for a couple seconds. Right, held it there a couple seconds, looked around, talked, and set it back down under control. I was also doing various upper back and grip work all of my training days. Okay. We're going to have to get back into that situation. We're going to have to get back into that situation. And it's just unavoidable. I am too strong for my grip. And again, I know a lot of people like to give advice. Here's what I'm going to say to the people who give advice. Have you coached me before, and have you watched the total years of all of my workouts in former grip training? Because a lot of the advice people give, and I know they waste a lot of time giving advice, something that I tried 3 years ago, and it didn't work. So just an FYI, make sure that it's not, before you waste a lot of energy, it worked for you, but it's like, okay, do you have shorter thumbs like I do, and are you pulling well up into the 600s? Be careful with that advice, because I've used a lot of the advice, like grippers, for example. If I quit doing the grip training I do now and went over to grippers, my grip would regress real quick. I don't get any deadlift carryover. All they do is overtrain my hands. They make my hands hurt, and I don't get any carryover at all. Like, I'll be down to missing 585 pulls and stuff. They'll be slipping out of my hands. Yeah, it's that bad. That's what will happen if that becomes my primary grip training. It doesn't do anything for me. Like, it'd be fine if I only wanted to pull 550, but then I wouldn't need grip work at all, would I? But that's kind of what grippers do for me. They don't really improve anything over what I just get from deadlifting. Various types of curls that add a grip component help. So there I did my power curls today, which, again, let's be honest, we could always use more arm. I'm going to keep doing the stuff I do on my other days. And it's not like my grip hasn't improved, right? Remember when 585 felt it was slipping a little because I had backed off on the grip work? 585 wouldn't have been an issue at all today for reps. Like I did it for a double not long ago. Hey, so the grip training is working, but I've got to take it up another notch. And I think, again, all the rowing, power curls definitely are helping. Hammer curls help. I may need to work some fat bar work back in. Fat bar work does a lot for me if I need to. It's just that, again, it beats me up in some ways. It's extra pulling. But if we've got the recovery for it, it may be the way to go, right? Deadlifts and rows with that axle bar. All right, might have to start doing it again. And the thing is, it's like then a lot of times I get comfortable with my grip and I back off on a lot of it. Well, again, it's exactly what we see. My posterior chain keeps getting stronger. Those glute ham raises, I'm the strongest I've ever been on those in my life. The carryover is tremendous, right? That follow through past the knee, look how quick that was. All right, that's all helping. But I gotta be able to hold on to it. Of course, so we did that. We did glute ham raises, we did power curls, we did reverse hypers. I feel like I don't even need quad work right now. I think my squat will keep going up off muscle memory. But I've got to focus on these other things. I really care about the deadlift and the bench. That means allocating efforts towards grip and forearm. That stuff needs to take high priorities. All my bench muscles, my posterior chain. All right, I just didn't feel like doing any quad work today. Again, the squats don't feel limited by it right now. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.